Every answer you find about TikTok for Business seems to be either pure hype or a flat no. But the real answer comes down to three criteria that most guides skip. TikTok is a conditional yes. And these three questions determine which side you land on. First, is your audience demonstrably on TikTok? Not assumed, but demonstrated. TikTok's UK user base sits at roughly 23 to 25 million people, and 47% of UK users have bought something recommended on the platform in the last year. But those numbers describe TikTok's audience, not yours. If your customers are mid-career B2B buyers, the overlap is thin. If they're under 40 and buying consumer products, it's real. Second question is, can you sustain consistent content output? Not a launch burst, but ongoing. The algorithm rewards consistency, and inconsistent posting tends to underperform regardless of individual post quality. And third, does your business suit a visual, discovery-led format? Food, beauty, fashion, and home goods have a natural fit. Regulated sectors and complex B2B services face structural friction. So if all three of those hold, TikTok is worth a structured test. But here's what most businesses underestimate. The biggest cost of TikTok is not ad spend, it's the ongoing content demand the platform requires to perform. Running a presence that actually works is, in practice, close to a part-time role. You need a regular cadence of short, authentic video, not polished brand ads. UK audiences are notably skeptical of sales pitches and respond to authenticity. Producing that consistently without consuming your working day is one of the most common challenges business owners report. Over 1.5 million UK businesses are now on TikTok, but presence and performance are not the same thing. The difference is usually content consistency, not budget. Before you commit, be honest about who will produce this content, how often, and for how long. There is also a second risk that catches businesses off guard. What happens when a post actually takes off? Unexpected virality can expose fulfillment gaps very quickly. If a video drives a sudden spike in orders and your stock or staffing is not ready, that viral moment becomes a reputational problem. Some UK small businesses have hit the TikTok shop jackpot, only to find they couldn't fulfill demand at speed. Preparation has to happen before you go live. That means stock buffers, a clear fulfillment process, and capacity to handle customer inquiries at volume. Now, of course, virality is not guaranteed, but if you're not operationally ready, the upside actually becomes a liability. So, if your audience is not demonstrably on TikTok, or you cannot sustain consistent output, the answer is probably no. That is not a failure of ambition, it's a resource decision. Channels already performing deserves that resource instead. TikTok is additive when the fit is real, but it's a drain when it's not. So, the simple rule, if all three criteria hold, run a structured 90-day test with a clear owner and a defined output cadence. If any one does not hold, don't start. Redirect that time to what is already working for you. If that was of value, subscribe to the channel for one real business question answered every video. For the same clarity in writing, the website and newsletter is 5minutebusiness.com.